This is the Krydex Tactical Chest Rig with triple 5.56/7.62 mag pouch. In all practicality, this is a $60 copy of the Haley Strategic Destructive Environment Chest Rig Micro, or the D3 CRM. Now, before you go into the comments and explain why micro rigs are useless, or even explain why they're all you need, please know that I'll explain why I think micro rigs have a use and place later in the video. I'll timestamp everything as always. As previously stated, the Krydex D3 CRM is a micro rig, meaning it does not hold a full combat loadout of mags and is smaller than most rigs. This one is designed for 3 5.56 or 7.62 mags and 2 pistol mags. The quality on this rig is very impressive for the price. I have not used a real Haley strategic rig, but I'm not disappointed with the quality. I have had a little fraying, but nothing terrible that would prevent standard use. Going from the top down, this rig uses a X harness that is pretty comfortable and is adjusted pretty easily. I'm a smaller dude and around 5'9", and I have to over adjust the rig just a bit so it kind of folds in on itself. I did this small little wrap on the end to prevent tangling, but nothing to complain about, and it's comfortable. Moving down to the part that people are most interested in, the mag inserts. First of all, this rig does include them, unlike the $180 Haley strategic rig. These inserts are fantastic. They're made out of plastic and cloth and are fast and secure. They lock into place with the plastic making a really satisfying sound. The oversized opening on them makes it really easy to use even in low light conditions. They do fit AK mags, but not very well. You can remove the inserts and swap them, so I may replace them down the line because I've been running my AK much more often recently. But for 5.56, they work really well. My only complaint on this whole rig is the far right mag pouch. It is a bit harder to use than the rest and just feels a bit off. It's not like it slips out easily, it's hard to get the mags out. Not bad enough to be a deal breaker, but just one of those things that comes with a $60 rig. On the side of the rig are the utility/pistol mag pouches. These can be used for really whatever you want. The one on the left is great for pistols and feels very natural and fast to reload if you're right-handed. It feels better than any other chest rig I've used in the past. I use the left side for Glock mags, and on the right side I keep a CRKT minimalist Warncliffe knife. I'll probably replace the knife down the line with some sort of multi-tool, but for now it works great. In the center of the rig is the admin pouch. This uses nice large zippers that I prefer over Velcro. You can put really anything you need inside these. Alright, really quickly, just off script, I'm going to go over what I keep in my admin pouch and why I kind of do it this way. Please know that I have no military law enforcement experience, and I am just some idiot that likes to shoot guns and likes cheap gear. So, just getting right into it. I keep the Velcro, keep the zipper on this side just so I can use my left hand and open it whenever I need to. It opens up really nice and easily, just feels cool. So on the front, I keep my shooting gloves. These are just the mechanics I got like half off on Amazon. These are great. Use these mostly for my AK when things get really, really hot, that gas tube. Inside, it's pretty simple setup I got. So I use these, just a pen. I use this for like scripts when I'm working on videos, sometimes for marking targets. This is more for marking targets, just the Sharpie. Next, keep a battery pack in here. So I have the batteries for the IR illuminator on my night vision, and then these are used for either lasers or the night vision itself. On the top there, I have a little Allen key. This is more of a, just to have it just in case for certain parts on certain rifles. I use this just if anything gets loose. I Loctite stuffed, but that's just a backup. That just kind of goes right in there. And then the last two things I keep, get them out. This is instructions on how to use the tourniquet, just in case something happens to me and someone else has to use it. Will, as previously stated, actually I'm not sure if I've said this yet, but I will definitely be replacing this with an IFAK and a high quality one. And then last thing I do is I made this little thing that has holds for all the rifles I use. So this is just the ACSS for my LPVO that I use. And then these are the ACSS for the AK that I use, and just in case I ever switch a red dot over or something, I have the holds there. I have, you know, the holds memorized for these, but I don't have them for windage and all this types of stuff. So I just kind of keep it in there just in case, you know, better have it and than not. So yeah, that's kind of what I keep inside the admin pouch. I've probably changed things down the line, and but yeah, that's what it's kind of set up like for now. On the bottom of the rig, there are holes for water to leave if anything gets wet. The buckles on the rig can be used to attach it to a plate carrier if you want to. The Velcro on the back allows for mounting of bags or holders under the rig. Right now I have a Tacticon tourniquet holder and tourniquet just in case. I will 100% change this to an IFAC bag down the line with quality materials in it. Tacticon makes okay products, but I don't really trust their medical line. I'm sure they're great, but I got this tourniquet and tourniquet holder for like 16 bucks shipped, so I thought it'd be better to have it and use it to be able to train than not. Now to mentality and setup in the original Extruded Shoots form of me ranting in the middle of nowhere with a mask on. Yeah. Alright. Sorry about the filming conditions. Generally, I would like to do it during the day, except I want to get this video out relatively quicker, just so the YouTube algorithm continues to like me. And it was really raining bad today, like really, really bad, so I couldn't go out. So I'm just doing it now out of the back of the car, and yeah. So I kind of just want to go over why I chose this rig, why I think micro rigs have a use, and kind of more things of what I liked about it, and why I continue to use it. So just starting off with what I like about it is it's simple, it's not confusing, it's just straightforward, right? There's everything you really need and nothing you don't on this one. You could use more, you could use more mags, whatever, but I'll get more into that later. But it's just simple, it's not overwhelming. The other thing is, unlike a lot of other rigs, I don't feel like this needs much more added on to serve its main purpose, in my opinion. Once you get this rig, you don't need to throw in all this stuff, change mag inserts. It's just kind of ready to go for the average AR-15 user, right? If you're using handgun, you got your Glock mags this side, right? You can throw utility, whatever you want here. I'm probably already said this, but I'm probably changing this to a multi-tool. But you know, right now we just have a small, nice little knife in there. But you could do basically anything what you want with this. Another thing I kind of mentioned briefly, but this thing can easily be upgraded to like a plate carrier or something down the line if you wanted to. I think this thing is better suited as a rig. Or yeah, you can change this out and put this onto a backpack, and that would be really nice and light setup. That's kind of just what I like about it. Minus the things I already said. I still stand by those, you know. So, oh yeah, the last thing, I'm sorry, I don't have the scripts for these types of parts, is just looks. Now this shouldn't like be this shouldn't be why you get a setup or something. It shouldn't just be looks. Unless you do airsoft or something, like, go for it, it's your money, but I think you should always do practicality over looks. But man, I think this is a good looking chest rig. It's simple, it's clean, it's sleek. Pair it with like I got an Arc'teryx jacket on right now. This thing, I don't know, I just think it looks great, personally. That doesn't really matter too much, but it is aesthetically pleasing. It looks simple, it looks sleek, and that's just kind of cool. No, I don't think it's right to credit Krydex to looks. That's Haley Strategic, the guys over there. Those guys are very good at what they do. But not all of us have, you know, like $210 just to spend on a chest rig, especially beginners. So getting out of that, I do want to go into like kind of mindset and where I think this chest rig, what type of people should buy this rig. And I'm not talking about micro rigs in general. I'm talking more specifically this rig. If you want to learn more about micro rigs in general, Brass Facts, I love that guy. He does a fantastic video on the actual Haley Strategic rig. But at the end of his video, he does a whole spiel about why micro rigs have a place. I'm kind of going to bring up some points from that video. I'm going to do my own too, if you've seen it. So going from this rig, this is $60 on Amazon, so you're like $66 to your door, right? Taxes and everything, depending on your sales state's tax. And I think that this is the best beginner rig you can get. Now, I haven't used a whole bunch of others, but for $66, this is absolutely fantastic. Why is that? That is because you can hold 3 rifle pouches. So if you're a beginner, you know, like when you get this, including the magazines, you're kind of adding like, let's say you got your Glock, you bought your AR-15 to get like, this is like $15. You know, they're like $30 for the magazines. You're like, if you get good deals on things, you're like $100 for this chest rig, right? So you got your initial stuff, you get $100 for this. That's super cheap if you're including the magazines, you know, and that's going to give you so much more training potential, right? Being able to work on training from a chest rig and from, you know, walking around in gear and simple gear and gear that I think is better for civilians than a plate carrier. Watch Brass Facts video if you're curious about that. I do think that this is in a way better than a plate carrier for most civilians. You're gonna have a very versatile rig that you can not only train with, use if you need to, because this thing packs down, it's light, right? So if you wanted to, I'm sure you could slim this thing down and probably throw this like under a jacket if you needed to. So incredibly versatile for those beginners. Now I want to clarify, I'm more of a beginner to shooting. I shoot a lot, right? I would say way more than the average person. I'm nowhere like most gun tubers. I'm like a good 7,000-8,000 rounds a year. Yeah, around under 10,000 rounds a year, probably a good bet. So I'm not crazy, but I'd say I shoot more than the average person. I don't know why I said that now instead of before then, but that's kind of why I think this rig is so great. It can be upgraded, it can be changed out, and for $60, the quality is fantastic. The other thing is, if you grow up to something better, you know, Spirit Systems, you get a real version of this. This is a great rig to give to your buddy, right? Just have one ready to go to give to a partner or something like that, so they can train too and they can shoot, because it's nothing fancy. You're not afraid of them screwing it up somehow. So yeah, that's kind of why I think this is such a good value and such a good deal. Oh crap, get back on. Oh yeah, one kind of complaint I have with it is I always tingle this thing up when I'm trying to get it on, but that's kind of a skill issue that I should definitely be training out. Let's see, kind of gets crossed over on itself usually. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you reveal. Yeah, last things, Krydex did not pay me to make this review. It'd be, you know, I don't have any paid sponsors at the moment, or really sponsors in general. I do have some really cool stuff in the works. I kind of made a comment on my PVS 69 video and teased it in the last video, the AK video. I did get an analog tube, so I am 3D printing analog housing, and I will have some, you know, they're not gonna be the best, but they're gonna be analog. They're Gen 2 Plus, so they're real night vision. This is gonna be cool. I'm really excited to get those up and working. Those should be coming out, I hope I have a video up at sometime mid-November. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. It's gonna take me a while to get the thing up and running, because PVS 14 lenses are expensive, and I don't want to cheap out and go with some Chinese lenses. I'm going for the Carson lenses. I did want to thank, I don't know if you're watching this, but thank you for helping me out with that. A viewer helped me out, getting that whole thing kind of set up and possible. That's so awesome. Kind of when I kind of seeing this channel pay off a bit.
Sorry about this, guys. I have some filming issues, so I'm just going to be recording the, you know, doing the rest of the video inside, just kind of the outro. So yeah, as I was saying, just want to thank the guy that helped me make the analog system possible. I'll definitely bring him up again if you're watching. Thank you so much. I'm super excited to get this all going. That's really it. Thank you guys for watching. It means a lot if you made it here. If you don't mind, just leaving a like. That helps the algorithm, helps everything get going. A lot of people say it helps combat YouTube's anti-gun policies. It doesn't. It just makes me happy. So if you want to leave me a like, that would be awesome. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I kind of just said, I got really cool stuff coming in the future. So yeah, thanks.